Hey guys, it's Leah. Oh, welcome back to another video. And I know I look horrible, but today's a lazy day. We're not talking about it. Anyways, so for this video, I decided to test which one was better or the differences between these three different colored pencil brands, which is the Royal colored pencils, the Simply colored pencils, and last but not least, Prisma colored pencils. And yeah, and I would tell you who won, but that's spoiling the video. Let's just get going with the video. Trouble, hey. So the first color pencils we have are the Simply color pencils, and they come in a huge variety of colors, including gold and silver. I haven't had use with these pencils before, so I don't really know how they work out. So up next we have Prismacolor, and I don't have as many because it came in like this little Sharpie pack thing. Anyways though, I really like using Prismacolor even though I've only used them like once or twice, but they blend really good and it's so pigmented and it turns out really beautiful. And so for the last color pencils, we have the Royal color pencils, and I really like these color pencils because I like the different colors they come in. Like some come in navy blue and some come in green, and some, or the metallics, they both come in gold. And like I said, they both have metallic silver and gold. So before I start doing anything with drawing, I make sure to label so we know which color pencils go to which one. And before people try to tell me, yes, I know I'm drawing and writing with my left hand, and I don't know how to pronounce it, but like I think it's ambidextrous, I don't know, but I can use both hands. And to make this video more time efficient, I decided to write and draw with my left hand since I'm a little bit slower when I do it with my right hand. Now we're using the Simply colored pencils. So as I started using the Simply color, I noticed that when I started bolding it, I had to do it just a little bit more than usual, which is okay, and that I'm complaining, like if I use a normal Crayola marker, it would have been a little less longer than I had to making it bold. But yeah, but I kept having to consistently go over it to get more of the color out. I'm not a professional artist, but I just, like, that was just my problem with it. And then I started getting into the blue, and when I started using the blue, it did not started blending well, so I was like, okay. And so I started trying to go bold on the blue. Now what I like though is that it is simple to go, if you're trying to go from darker to lighter, that is simple, but you'll have to try to go over it again if you want more of the pigment. And yeah, and so I kept just blending and going. Don't know if you got a girl. So I kept trying to blend the colors and go over it, but eventually I just stopped because it wasn't blending. So as you can tell, the blending didn't turn out that good, so I would say the Simply colored pencils are a 5 out of 10. Now we're using Prismacolor. So immediately as I started using the Prismacolors, I found that the pigment worked out really nice, and as I was going from darker to lighter, I found it was actually really easy to do that. And I went over it just once, but just for a little bit more pigment to it, and I really liked how it turned out. If you got a girl, don't mean this, but also you rule my world. I even dream of you, I swear. Visions of you and I just wanna dance. So as soon as I started blending, I realized that it blended actually really easily, and it didn't take me too many attempts to blend it, but I just wanted to make sure that the color looked like it was distributed throughout the whole thing, so it didn't look like kind of just like there's like a just splash in the middle. So yeah, and so I just made sure to blend it out. So the Prismacolor one turned out really nicely, and I'd rate that one an 8 out of 10. So I just now realized it's not royalty, it's actually royal. Sorry, but now we're using the Royal colored pencils. So one of the colored pencils left its pigment on the paper, so I just put a heart over that. So in the beginning of using the Royal color pencils, the pigment was okay, but I also noticed that it had the same problem the Simply colored pencils did, and it was that I had to keep going over it because going from darker to lighter, the pigment would kind of just like screw up a little bit. And I also noticed that like the Simply colored pencils too, the blending on it did not turn out as good as I had also hoped. So as I started blending the two colors, it just, like I said, it was not working out, and so I would keep trying to go yellow over the green in itself, and then that wouldn't work, so I tried to do the green over the yellow in itself, and I just kept trying to go over each other, but it just would not blend. As you can tell for the Royal Color pencils, they didn't blend out too good either, and so for this one I would have to rate it a 4 out of 10. And so out of all of these, I chose Prismacolor as the winner. So since Prismacolor was the winner, I chose to draw something using Prismacolor pencils. After finishing the outline, I decided to start using the Prismacolors. So after I finished using the Prismacolor, I decided to outline it in black pen, but I had to cut it off shortly so I could do it in a different way because doing it with the camera in front of me was kind of just hard. So as any good artist would do, I signed my initials. And so here's my completed drawing, and if you'd like to get a better picture of it, it is on my Instagram. So yeah, that's the end of the video. Yeah, so I really hope you guys like this video, and I love you guys so much. Bye!
Often I'm upset that I cannot fall in love, but I guess this avoids the stress of falling out of it.